Hi everyone, it's Libby here. I just wanted to jump on today because we are heading into the holiday season here in North America, and it's a great opportunity to get together with friends and family and enjoy food and just love on each other, right? Unfortunately, if you're like me, which I think a lot of us are, there's also some guilt and some shame and even maybe some fear associated with going into this time of year with all of the foods, especially then the processed foods and the digestive issues that come because we overindulge a little bit. So I wanted to share some tips with you, some things that I've picked up over the years that really helped me to actually enjoy the food and actually enjoy being with my family and getting rid of all of that fear and guilt and shame. So I want to make with you today some cranberry sauce, some homemade cranberry sauce. It's much easier than you think it would be. For me, it's really even easier than going to the store and buying a can of the cranberry sauce. So simple to make it. So all we need is a bag of the fresh cranberries. You can also use frozen cranberries. They have very similar nutrient value, and that's what we're looking for, is as much nutrition as we can get in the food that we eat. So what you do is you put it in a little colander like this. I've already dumped mine in and rinsed it out. You kind of pick out any of there might be some that are a little bit mushy, so you want to pick those out. You want nice, firm cranberries. Aren't those beautiful? That beautiful red color, full of antioxidants, full of vitamin K, vitamin C, all kinds of trace minerals. You'd be really surprised to know how great cranberries are for you. So we put them in a pot. It's very simple, just nice pot like that. Dump them in. We add a third cup of water, like that, and a third cup of sweetener. So I like to use honey in mine. You're obviously very welcome to use white sugar, brown sugar, whatever you like. And I'm going to give you another tip here in a minute. So this is just a third cup of honey. But one thing that I do around the holidays is I prepare my regular foods, but in the past several years, I have found that by just reducing the sugar that's in a recipe, I can get away with even using up to half the sugar or the sweetener in a recipe and still enjoying the flavor. And I do that by adding essential oils to it. So after we cook this, it's going to bring it to a boil, and it's going to simmer for about 10 minutes. And after we do that, then we'll add an essential oil to it. So I just added the honey. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. I just added the honey. And now this recipe is called Sweet and Spicy Cranberry Sauce. It comes from the doTERRA blog. So you can do just the sweet part of it if you're not a spicy fan. My husband is not a fan of spicy, so we often have to compromise because I love spice. So the compromise this time is that instead of using a whole jalapeno, I'm just using a half of a jalapeno. Compromise, that's what it's all about. So I've chopped it up here. I'm just going to put it in there. I'm going to, like I said, put it on the stove, bring it to a boil, and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. I'm going to pause the video here for a second so that you can see the end result and you don't have to sit here and look at my kitchen for 10 minutes. Okay? So hold on. Okay, that was quick. Movie magic is awesome, isn't it? I'm back and I have completely finished cranberry sauce. I wanted to show you here just how great it looks. You can see just that the cranberries just pop open and just make this nice, wonderful gel. You don't need to add any extra thickeners or anything. It's just wonderful as it is. It's just a little bit of sweetener in it. And now the fun part, we get to decide which essential oil to put into it. The original recipe calls for wild orange, which is a fabulous complement to the cranberries. Natural flavor. You can also do maybe a lime, any of the other citruses, a lime. I love lime. A lemon oil, or maybe go a little different direction. Maybe you want some cinnamon, kind of spice it up a little bit. Maybe some cinnamon oil or some cassia oil. Maybe even just some ginger, right? All of these are great, and the great thing about this is they also have some digestive properties that really help with digesting your food so that you're not feeling that bloated, yucky blah after your big Thanksgiving or Christmas meal. So just some ideas. Oh, I'm going to put orange in mine. because I know my family will really like that. So this is how you do it, right? It's really complicated. First thing is, I don't know if I mentioned this before, make sure that it is an oil that can be taken internally. I've told you guys, I love doTERRA, I love their testing process. I trust that it really is just 100% orange oil in this bottle, and so I feel comfortable using it for myself and my family. Just check the label. It'll tell you whether you can take it internally or not. If it says it's a supplement, then it can be taken internally. Otherwise, don't put it inside your body. Easy enough. Okay, so 3 drops of this. And this is how we do it. You just tip it in like this, and sometimes it comes out faster. 1, 2, 3, like that. All done. And if you get an extra drop or 2, it's not the end of the world. Just be really, really strong. Just stir it up like that. And voila, there we're done. You can put it into a container with a lid like this. Seal it tight, put it in your fridge. And it is fantastic to make it even a few days ahead of time. Gives those flavors a chance to meld and thickens up really nicely. Or you can just serve it fresh, whatever you have time for, right, when it comes down to it. A couple of ways we like to use it, obviously on the turkey, that's kind of the traditional way. I also like to use it as a condiment. I'll put it on, or I mean as a dip, I'll put it on top of a block of goat cheese, that creamy, yummy goat cheese, and serve it with crackers. It's delicious that way. So just a few extra tips there, and I really want to send you my love and gratitude for being part of this group. And I hope that this recipe is good for you and that you get something from the tips. I'd love to hear in the comments what you learned, or maybe one of the tips that you're going to use in your holiday cooking. Maybe it's not with the cranberry sauce. Maybe a way that you're going to be able to reduce the sugar and enjoy your food more. So please comment. I love pictures. Please post pictures too. And we will talk to you guys later.